Europa League Weekly returns for Matchday 5. We speak to Chelsea captain Gary Cahill, go behind the scenes at the West London club, dish out all your daily fantasy tips and get the thoughts of our European football expert Kevin Hatchard. I'm James Green and welcome to Europa League Weekly. We're at Stamford Bridge, the home of Chelsea FC, ahead of the penultimate group stage game for the West London club. On matchday 4, Chelsea travelled to Belarus to take on Bate Borisov at the Borisov Arena. Olivier Giroud's first goal under the Sarri era gave Chelsea an unconvincing win, but helped maintain their 100% start to this year's tournament and guarantee qualification into the last 32. Bate Borisov hit the woodwork in both halves and defended stubbornly, with Chelsea registering no shots in the first 45 minutes. But a 52nd minute cross from Emerson Palmieri for a near-post Giroud flick gave the visitors all 3 points. Whilst Chelsea required just 1 point from their remaining 2 fixtures to top Group L, they remain the only unbeaten side in their group, making Matchday 5 against PAOK more significant than meets the eye. Chelsea captain Gary Cahill was the perfect man to give us the lowdown. PAOK stand in your way now, off top in the group potentially. You need 1 point from 2 games. How was that experience?
The atmosphere over there was absolutely brilliant. I remember seeing one group of fans that was literally never watching the game. They were just chanting and singing and banging the drums, and there was non-stop the whole game.
Maurizio Sarri, new manager in, he's done pretty well to start off with. What different angle has he brought this year compared to last season?
From a tactical point of view, the high sort of press that he wants to adapt. Obviously the shape's changed. Attention to detail. I'm sure the league's different to the league that he's been used to working in. He's adapted and obviously proven that his methods work in England.
Eden Hazard, he started the season off on fire. How important is he for your Chelsea team?
He's a match winner. Them sort of players are worth their weight in gold, and they can turn games, especially tight games. If I didn't play for Chelsea, you'd pay to go and watch him. And I think that's one of the biggest compliments you could probably give him.
So 2013, how much do you remember about the Europa League success?
Obviously coming into the competition after we came out of Champions League. We got through the knockouts, and before we knew it was in a quarter semi, and then obviously the final. At any football, I'd say any final that you can go on and win is one that sticks in the memory of the Ivanovic header. And then they had an attack straight after. Looking back now was very risky.
Did you stop that attack right at the end as well?
Yeah, I remember just sliding in and then just managed to clear it. It's kind of like a double. I blocked it and then cleared it away. We were so blessed at that moment in time that I think for a few weeks we held the Champions League and the Europa League at the same time. Family was all there, they watched the final, they watched us pick the trophy up, and again, like I said, that's what you play football for.
Gary, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Problem.
As we near the conclusion of this season's UEFA Europa League group stage, it's crunch time for many of our clubs in the competition. And here to narrow down the ones to watch is our European football expert, Kevin Hatchard. Kevin, we're here at Chelsea, one of this season's pre-tournament favourites?
I would say the favourites. They've justified that tag as favourites. Maurizio Sarri, their coach when he was at Napoli, unashamedly prioritised the Serie A title over Europe, and European football took a back seat. He has a stronger squad here at Stamford Bridge, and so he's been able to pick strong lineups in all 4 of the group games so far. They've had 4 wins. Eden Hazard has had some game time, and even when they weren't playing that well in Belarus against Bate Borisov, they found a way to win.
Kevin, Group G, all 4 teams are separated by just 2 points. How do you see this panning out?
Well, Spartak Moscow against Rangers was a crazy game. In the end, Spartak won by 4-3, but Rangers led 3 times in that first half, but then some catastrophic defending from them really cost them, including a hideous own goal. That winning goal from Sofyan Ani could be huge in the context of the group, because what it does is it moves Spartak ahead of Rangers purely on head-to-head. Rangers now have a home game against Villarreal, and that could be critical. It's again that they dare not lose.
And pre-tournament, Group J, we would have probably said that Sevilla would have ran away with that group. But the La Liga outfit haven't really had it their own way completely, have they?
No, they haven't looked as solid defensively as I think they would have liked. And even this win in Turkey against Akhisarspor, they were 2-0 up and then were pegged back to 2-2. Eva Banega came up with a late penalty to win that game. So Sevilla haven't been 100%. If you look at Sevilla's city rivals Betis, they're involved in a fantastic group at the moment in a three-way fight with Milan and Olympiacos for a place in the last 32. Betis play Olympiacos next. Milan are at home to Dudelange, who've been the weakest team in the group so far. They were hammered 5-1 in Greece against Olympiacos, but they did at least score their first goal of the group stage.
Kevin, last week you chose a wonder strike from Dynamo Kiev's Thomas Kedzora as your goal of the week. But which goal is given the Hatchard seal of approval this week?
There were some fantastic goals on match day 4, but the one that really stands out to me is from that big win for Olympiacos against Dudelange, and it's Lazaros Christodolopoulos, a wonderful overhead kick, and that's my goal of the match day.
An excellent pronunciation as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin, for your insight. Another cracking set of fixtures awaits us, and here's the full set for match day 5. With Bayer Leverkusen and FC Zurich tied on 9 points, the race for top spot in Group A is going right down to the wire, with both sides playing at home in the early kickoff against AEK Larnaca and Ludogorets respectively. Dynamo Zagreb lead the way in Group D on 12 points, but second spot is very much up for grabs. Anderlecht will be eliminated with a loss at home to Spartak Tirana, while second place Fenerbahce hosts the group leaders, knowing a win in Istanbul guarantees qualification. And finally, perhaps one of the biggest surprises are the leaders of Group J, Krasnodar, on 9 points, level with the competition's most successful side, Sevilla. Krasnodar host bottom of the group Akhisarspor, with Sevilla visiting third place Standard Liège. It was at Chelsea in match week 3 that Kia gave 2 lifelong supporters the opportunity to meet a club legend in Portuguese centre-back Ricardo Carvalho. Here's a summary of what went on.
Hey.
Yeah, all right.
Hello. Yeah, very well. You?
Yeah. So looking for to watch the game.
Very much so. Yeah, looking forward to it. And how do you think we'll do?
It's the best team in the group, so it'll be fine.
Really thoroughly enjoyed the evening.
Thanks to Kia for getting us have this experience. It's been really nice.
Earlier in the show, Gary Cahill gave us his thoughts on the upcoming challenge with PAOK and Chelsea's UEFA Europa League chances. But what do the fans make of it? Can Chelsea win the Europa League?
Chelsea have got a very, very good chance of winning the Europa League.
I don't see anyone else in the Europa League being a real threat to us. I think we've got a real chance of winning it.
I'd say quarterfinals minimum, but anything past that's a bonus.
So that was the fans' opinion, but now it's your turn to get involved with UEFA Europa League Daily Fantasy. So here are our tips for match day 5. Our first choice for this week is Eintracht Frankfurt's Lukovitch. He scored 3 so far, averaging 58 minutes per goal, with 50% of his 8 shots on target finding the back of the net. He's a risky punt this week against a Marseille team that have to bounce back from a loss against Lazio in matchday 4. Pick 2 is a man who's been scoring wonder goals in the league and in Europe. Betis attacking midfielder Giovanni Lo Celso. The Argentine has scored 3 with 1 assist so far this campaign, including a wonder goal against AC Milan, and we think he is one to watch. And finally, in tune with our feature match, we've gone with Chelsea and England international Ruben Loftus-Cheek. With a goal every 73 minutes and a 67% shot accuracy, Chelsea's home advantage may offer the free roaming midfielder a chance to grab a few more. So that's a wrap for matchday 5. Remember to keep an eye on dugout.com/Kia Home of Football for even more UEFA Europa League content. Another real cracker awaits us. Enjoy the fixtures and we'll see you next time.